undersized dunker is Allen Iverson. When you look at the one we caught it off the rim a couple times, the one on Marcus Camby, he was only about 6 feet, so he was truly an undersized dunker. So Allen Iverson really sticks out the most to me. The play that sticks out the most has to be Kevin Johnson over Hakeem. I remember exactly where I was in my living room as a kid when KJ dunked on Hakeem. I was like, oh my goodness, I could not believe that just happened. Hakeem,
Dream just like he jumped too late and then got his hand all in his face.
Now KJ said Dream jumped right on time. Okay, he jumped right on time to get right in that poster. And so for me, that play sticks out. The best undersized dunker to me is Allen Iverson, but the play that sticks out the most to me, Kevin Johnson over Hakeem. Ooh wee.
What about you, GP?
I got two. I think Nate Robinson was the best to
he
me.
was
I think because he went in the dunk contest and did the things he did, then catching one off the rim, he caught one off the rim on a lot of guys. And then, Spud Webb, he started it all off. You have to give it to Spud Webb. He started it all off with the dunk contest, winning that thing. And I think them two are the best undersized dunkers I ever seen. And I think Nate would take the cake for me.
All right, well, we know that our Dennis Scott is in Dallas because we spoke with him earlier, and we've got a treat for you guys. Dennis Scott had an opportunity to catch up with Sean Marion, so we're going to listen in to that conversation, then we'll be back.
All right, thanks, guys. Here with the champion, Sean Marion. Sean, you're in the front office. You've been around a guy like Dirk. When you look at Luke, people say it's not real on video. You see him daily. How good is Luka?
I mean, trust me, he's amazing. I think some of the stuff he's able to do on the floor right now at so young of age, I've never seen it before. And to have this much confidence he has right now, it's rare. It's really rare.
Is it rare for a guy that young to have the leadership where he's bringing guys up, playing well? For the season, a lot of us didn't have you guys in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's interesting how the whole dynamic of the free agency this summer and the trades took place and shook up the whole league. So with the shuffle and everybody got 2 stars on every team now. So now it's wide open. So there's some top teams out there, but it's still wide open.
Speaking of wide open, you get a chance to come to the table tonight to hang out with Brian Anderson and Greg Anthony. What can the fans expect from you being an analyst at the table?
I'm with my UNLV running mate over there, so it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a good time. That's what it's about. I think every athlete's perception of the game and how they see it, so we're going to add a little flavor to it, that's all.
Appreciate you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, baby.
All right, guys, back to you.
Excellent. Thank you,
The
Dennis
Matrix.
Scott. And thank you, Sean Marion, right?
Of
Of course, because he was on your championship team.
Yeah,
there's still somebody who's playing now that you played with in that 2011. J.J. Barrera is still hanging around and contributing. I want to ask you, though, what do you remember the most about that whole journey to the ring?
I think the thing that stands out to me the most about that 2011 team is just the overall camaraderie and the sacrifice. Everybody had to sacrifice something. Coming from DC, I was used to starting. I had to play behind Tyson. Sean was used to getting a certain amount of shots in Phoenix, and next thing you know, he had to give that up. Karan was used to getting the ball in the fourth quarter. Everybody on our team sacrificed something so we could do something great, and that's what I remember. Peja Stojakovic, GP, Jason Kidd, Dirk, everybody gave a little bit of something up so that we could win the title. And when we went out there and we followed our game plan, we had an excellent coaching staff. We talk about Dwayne Casey, Terry Stotts as assistants, of course, Rick Carlisle. But those guys, they really put us in position to do some great things. And we shocked a lot of people. That Dallas Mavericks team, no one thought we were going to win. We were actually the underdogs in every single series. They thought we were going to lose to Portland. Then they thought we were going to lose to Lakers. We swept them. Then they thought OKC was going to take us out. And, of course, Miami, the Heatles, they thought they were going to beat us too, and we were able to beat them in 6. So that team had to overcome a lot of hurdles.
It was fun to watch, by the way, just as an NBA fan. I remember that whole playoff series from the beginning to end, and it was just like you said. You were the underdogs, but I think the fans at home, sometimes we like to root for the underdog. So it was enjoyable.
Great story.
How about you, Gary? I know that you have lots of experience in this league. Do you remember that 2011 Dallas Mavericks team, and was there something that stuck out to you about them?
Well, it was just like our team when we beat Dallas in 06. They were a team that were underachieving, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden they made the run and they did what they did. Because when we got to the playoffs, a lot of people, we were the underdogs in every series too. But we clicked together and we got a young guy in Dwayne Wade who was only in his 3rd year. We put ourselves on his back, and he took it to that level, and we won. And we started playing defense, and we knew our roles, just like what Brendan said. Everybody knew a role. I knew my role was to come in there and lock down the point guards and get the ball to people. And then when it was time for me to score and I needed to score, I scored. We had Shaq. We finally got him to bite into it. We wasn't going through you now, the big fella. You're older. This young kid has got it. We had Alonzo Mourning, who was playing defense to protect the rim. Posey, who was playing Antoine Walker, who was shooting jump shots. And then we had Jason Williams. We had a lot of guys, too. And that's what we did. We just played our roles, and we rolled it out. And then we got down 2-0 against Dallas. And then we swept them four in a row and beat them on their home floor in Game 6. So it was the same way as Brendan them. You know, and they came back and got them that year.
Right.
So it was one of the things.
I mean, I like to thank you, though, man. You guys helped us win a championship. You don't even know.
Why? How?
Hey, Game 6, first half, Dirk is struggling in Miami. Jason Terry walks over and says, don't nobody say nothing to him. I got it. He walks over there and he just starts talking to him about the finals that they lost to you guys.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we're not going through this again. We saw what that summer was like for us.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, Dirk came out with a bunch of one-leg jumpers and it was over.
Night, huh?
It was over. So now, hey, I like to appreciate. Hey, I appreciate y'all getting Dirk's mind right for that second half in Game 6.
Yeah. Udonis got into him too. We went to Udonis doing our thing and said, Dirk is hurting us. I'm going to take care of Jason Terry. I'll guard him, and you guys take him out because it was them too. And then when we took Dirk out of the whole equation, it was just nothing they can do. We just started dominating the whole series, and he remembered that, and that's a good basketball player. When a good basketball player find out, he listens to his teammate who was with him during that time and say, look, I'm not gonna have this no more. Nobody gonna stop me. And y'all went out and won the championship, and that was great.
And a great life lesson too for those at home. Adversity sometimes brings you great successes, right?
Yes, it does.
So
Adversity makes you who you are.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Okay, the warm-up will be back. We still have a lot. In case you notice, it's after 7. Extended play for the warm-up tonight. We're here till 8 p.m. Glad you guys are with us. The Clippers are in Dallas to take on the Mavs. Look at Pat Beverly. What do you think he has up his sleeve?
Underside, he can't dunk.
He won't be on the list on Monday?
No, he won't be on that list.
Okay.
No, never.
All right, we'll be right back, guys.
And it's all money.
Yeah.
It's all money.
But in all seriousness, Kawhi, he tries to tone his game down a lot when Paul George is out there because he has to let him do his thing. But when Paul George isn't there, he's able to get to his spots. We call him Robot Jordan because he gets to his spots and he fades away similar to Mike. And so when you look at what he does, he's improved his game so much. He's one of these guys that when he first came into the league, I could have never envisioned this for him because he was a defensive player. This should be like every young player comes to the league, like, man, if I work on my game, I can get a whole lot better because Kawhi was a defensive player. Now he's a guy who you can't stop his offense. And every year it seems like he added something more to his game. Came into the league, couldn't shoot, added the three-point shot, then the mid-range jumper, then his handles improved, the post game improved. So right now there's so many different layers to his game. I don't really know how you stop him because he can score from all 3 levels, and he's an excellent free throw shooter.
It's a great question, and we have a defensive specialist here to help us answer that question.
How do you shut down Robot Jordan?
Well, you can't shut down Robot Jordan right now because of the simple fact that you can't put your hands on him or nothing like that. See, and then teams do not double. That's a problem for me. They do not double. I mean, I watched the game the other day with Giannis. They let a guy that was 3 or 4 inches shorter than him guard him one-on-one on 4 consecutive plays, and he scored on 4 consecutive plays. That's not going to happen. With this kid here, it's the same way. He's too strong, he's too skilled, and he's too good for you to just play him one-on-one. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to kill you. He got the pump fake, he got the ball, he's got the back to the basket, he's got the three-point shot, and he can drive you. And when he gets to the bucket, he gets fouled. He's got a mid-range game that's unreal, and that's just a problem for a guy like this if you don't double him.
Yep.
You do not double him, or you don't make it bring the ball out, take the ball out of his hand. He's a problem. What people are doing now to Harden is taking the ball out of his hand, and he's being ineffective. They have to learn that with this kid right here, or he's going to keep averaging 36. Because I say it like you say, when Paul George comes back, I think they play buddy ball. You get it for this quarter, I get it for that quarter. It's just the same with Houston down there. You did it one time, I get it one time. You can't play basketball like that.
Right.
I think you have to play basketball like the Lakers do. When you get the ball in LeBron's hand, if you on, I'm on. If you're not, whatever. I'll get it to you when I can get it to you, but we're not gonna take a span where you shoot all the balls all the time. We're gonna shoot it together. And that's what I think what Paul George and Kawhi has to start doing when they get back healthy in the second part of the season so they can get a better rhythm. Because he is better by himself. And I think Paul George is better by himself. But they're going to have to get it to work out because they're going to want to win a championship. If that's going to happen, I think they're going to have to just go to Kawhi. Let Paul George be that guy who can sit there and you can be my second scorer, and then it'll happen like that.
But I think that's the role that Paul George is best suited for. We know Paul George is a stud. He's a dog. Well, I'm not saying that he's not an elite player in this league, but I think that it fits in. The team works better the way you said it. If Kawhi is Batman, Paul George is Robin, and then you let Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell fit in and do what they do.
Be the Joker.
Yeah, they they got to team up with Batman and Robin. Somebody can be Alfred.
Good one.
That'll work.
But the way you get it done simply.
Catwoman.
What?
I mean Batwoman.
No, don't nobody want. Hey man, you're killing my analogy, all right? GP, I had a good thing going. You stepped all over it.
The butler, he cleans up messes. Somebody like Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, exactly. But Montrezl Harrell, like those guys, they do a great job inside, and they're part of the reason why you can't double Kawhi.
Yes.
Because if you double Kawhi, well, he's kicking out to a Lou Williams. He's kicking out to guys that can shoot the basketball. So if you have shooters out there, it makes it hard to double team, and that's why Kawhi is playing at a high level, because first of all, he's a great player. The spacing is great. Doc Rivers puts him in the perfect position to be successful as well.
Yep.
Can't wait to see it. This is going to be a good one tonight. It's the only game in the NBA, so you've got no choice but to stay
Hey man, next time I start talking about Batman, you just get out my way.
Hey, is this a possible X Factor? Possible X Factor?
It's a possibility, man. That's a big body. Boban can come out there and have a big half or two.
And you can't guard him in the inside like this. Look. And he's got a nice touch. He got a nice touch.
He can act too. He was good in John Wick.
Yeah.
He
Of course.
A warm up. We'll be right back.